All right, so I've been waiting to do this video for a while. I've had this robot vacuum cleaner. This is a mint mopping robot. I've had this one for probably a year now and haven't done anything with it. I got it at Goodwill for $5 and it's time to do a disassembly of video on it. I should have done it sooner, but I was slacking. So let's go ahead and turn her over. First, we're gonna start with the flathead. Overkill right here. Pop the battery cover off. Yank the battery out. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips heads. Mine's got 3 because I've already went through the robot just to give myself a little bit of clarity on this one. So there are 4 Phillips heads. And putting this back together isn't too terrible. So then we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna pry the top layer off. And you're gonna notice these buttons are really noisy. All right, so we have the 3 buttons right here. We have 2 sensors right here. All these are is when they get pushed, they set off a sensor, right? We set off a sensor right here. Same thing on both sides. They're just a proximity sensor. Then we have our little eye, which I really think is pretty cool design. Is it's this triangle shape. Well, not triangle, but square shape, and that is the detection eye, I guess, for the little home that it has with it. I don't have the home, unfortunately, the little communication cube. So it's got 2 wheels right here, along with several plates of metal for weights. It's got a spring-loaded bumper arm with 2 2 switches on it. So normally open, normally let's see what it is. Normally opens, normally closed switches. But yeah, that's just for when it bumps in, it detects what side and which way to go. They have a pretty chinky little motherboard, but it does the job. You got a chime right here for it to make it sounds. You got a motherboard back here for the battery and the connectors on the wheels. This is actually a really simple robot. Let's go ahead and take these Phillips heads out. I didn't do this last time when I had it open. You're gonna have your charger port is over here. So these 2 red and black, this red and black wire and this 1 Phillips head is how you take that out if that's an issue. But let's go ahead and get this metal plate off the top, and then we can take these weights out. Quite a bit of weight, honestly, surprisingly, to keep it down on the ground. And we'll go ahead and take this one off. Now, if you need robot parts for this, go ahead and hit the link below to my eBay store. I probably won't post most of these parts for sale, but if you need them, I will probably have them. So go ahead and hit me up. Some of the stuff is not worth me listing and keeping up when I got all kinds of other stuff to list. All right, next we need to remove the antenna. Guessing that's what this is. Let's see. Yeah, some kind of antenna. The only thing it makes sense to be is an antenna. It doesn't hook to anything else. It doesn't touch anything. Let's go ahead and take all that off. Go ahead and take these 2 screws right here out. that is one of the wheel sensors. That's a speed sensor in the wheel. So all it does is sit in there and it reads how many revolutions per minute it does. Pretty simple design, but really effective. And then, let's see, is there any screws under here? Yep, there are screws on the bottom. Phillips head. Probably gonna be 4 of them under the stickers. Alright. Let's see. Okay, you gotta slide it out. And then there's our motor. How is that in there? Not honestly sure how that's held in there. It's just by like a, I think it's right here. This is just welded on there. So these are not going to be a robot that you're going to want to repair yourself. It's just plastic welded to that piece of metal, it looks like. Ain't nothing else holding it in. The motors don't connect to each other, so see in a second. I'll go ahead and pry this motor out. This is C. We'll find out together. Aha! You gotta pop that front off to reveal 2 screws. They're hidden right here. So the wheel just pops off. Don't y'all just love learning with me? Make sure you hit that like button. It really helps us out, and subscribe for more videos like this. Alright, now that we have that out, we can go ahead and fish the power wires out, which are right here on these orange connectors. There we go. There we have it, guys. Hashin Nig geared motor. So it's a gear reduction motor. Interesting. It's got like a little portal pretty much. That'd actually be kind of fun to play with, just to see what we could get going. It's gonna be a torquey little motor for how small it is. Good design too. Metal housing, metal frame, metal shafts. Even the fins are metal. No plastic like a lot of the robots. The only plastic is the backing plate, which usually isn't an issue. So, all right, there's one motor. Same thing with that motor. We're not going to go through all that right now to bore y'all. Go ahead and take our cables off, pop that zip tie, cable off, pop that zip tie. Power connector and cable and sensor. And go ahead and take off the motherboard. Really should have grabbed my drill to make this faster for y'all. But hopefully my phone doesn't run out of memory. That's the other issue that I'm probably going to run into, is the phone's going to run out of memory. Alright. That one's off, that one's off. Now we can slide the motherboard out. Wow, this is a really compact motherboard on the back. Holy cow. Tons of solder joints, tons of MOSFETs, different things like that. Got our two optical eyes right here. Okay. Underneath here we have our pivot joint right here, which I'm guessing is held in by those pins right there. So we probably have to pry this over. Well, maybe not. Not sure how that pivot joint comes out, if it just slides out or not. Huh. Probably something holding it together. I'll probably have to take everything apart, but who knows. Go ahead and take this one off. These four should release the pad mount. Yep, there's the pad mount. That comes off. These two, let's go ahead and remove the middle one. Take these two off as well. I'm hoping y'all can see what I'm doing for the most part. Spring comes out right there. This will just pop off those spring hinges. That's pretty much it, guys. That's a full teardown for this poor old robot. So hopefully this helped y'all out. If it did, hit that like button, guys. We really appreciate it. And subscribe for more videos like this.